Today I'm challenging myself to read this book in one sitting. Good morning. So this year my goal was to read 100 books, and right now I'm failing miserably. Last year I was able to get to 40 books, but these last few months I've not been prioritizing reading as much, so I'm only at 17 books right now in the last 5 months. So I figured I have to change something in order to reach the 100 books, especially since my books are usually like this big most of the time. I don't get small books. So I woke up at 6 a.m. to see how long it'll take me to read this book, and I'm gonna give updates of where I am every time I, take a break. I woke up at 6:20 and it's 7 now. And I figured, I wake up so early for everybody else but myself. Like, I can't get myself to wake up, so today I really challenged myself to wake up for me and this video and to see how far I can get in this book. Right now I'm on page 95. It's currently 7:06, and I'll see you at the first break. So I'm gonna take my first break. I'm currently on page 181. From page 95 to 181, and it's currently 8:59. So the story, there's 3 different point of views in this story. One is called the Blood Strike, one is called Leia, and one is called Elias. And so right now they're all going through like their own journeys, their own like setbacks. So for Leia right now, she's trying to figure out how to kill someone called the Nightbringer, and she right now she's like in a different group, and she had to escape prison, and she has to go talk to this woman who's called a Kalani, who's like a storyteller, to see if she can find an old tale that will tell her how she can take down this Nightbringer. Then the Blood Strike's perspective, she's like the second hand of the Emperor, and right now she's trying to figure out how to kill someone higher up than her, who's like bringing havoc and chaos and trying to bring down the Empire. So the Blood Strike is trying to find out the weakness of that person, and she's trying to gain the trust of the Parters, and I think they're called plebeians, but I'm not sure, of the Parters. And she's trying to heal like the children, so that could bring hope to the people. And then Elias, right now his new role that he has is like he's doing poorly at it, and because he's doing so poorly, it's like having all these consequences. Like the ghosts of the forest that he's taking care of, the ghosts are coming out, and they're possessing people now because he is taking too long to pass them through to like the other world, to pass them through out of Earth to a different world, a higher world, where they can rest. And so now he has to fight them, and they're possessing like people he cares about. So he's has to choose like what's more important, the person he cares about or being able to stop the ghost from wreaking havoc. So that's where I am in the story. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a break and then I'll get back into reading soon. It's currently 9:31. I finished my break. I'm gonna go back to reading, but I've read about 85 pages in the last 2 hours. So let's see if I can beat that. And yeah, let's continue reading. Right now, I'm gonna take a bathroom break, but I'm on page 276 and it's currently 11:11, so make a wish. And I am going to move probably outside to get some fresh air and to be in a different position. So I'll see you when I'm done using the bathroom. I'm almost at the halfway mark of this book, and so far the blood drake was able to deal blow to the commandment that she's trying to take down, and in turn the commandment went and poisoned her sister. So now she had to go back and she had to go heal her sister, but now the emperor found out about her healing powers and he's going to use that against her.
Oh my.
For Leia, more devastation. There was a fire of the Great Library, which is where a book she needed to like find out how she could take down the Nightbringer. So the fire took apart the library, but she was able to get the book. Shocker. And so now she has to try to find a way to, you know, again fight the Nightbringer, and her people are still suffering because of it. And she went to go talk to the king to try to ask him for help. One of the kings, the Mariner's king, because there's different like tribes and territories in this world. And so she went to go ask the Mariner king for help, and she's part of the scholar like colony tribe. And then Elias has to save his tribe, which is like the Saif, the tribesmen. He has to save all of them. He got rid of the ghosts, but now the marshals, which is like where he grew up, the martial tribes are going to attack his actual like family tribe. So there's a war, like different wars about to take place. So let's see what else happens. I'm currently on page 384. Right now it's 2:03 and I'm gonna take another break. But yeah, almost done, home stretch. I think there's 498 pages, so I'm on 383 or something. So I need about 100, I need 95 pages left, okay. But I think I could finish by 3, hopefully. It's 2:04 right now. So if I take a quick break, 5-minute break, hopefully I can get back into it and finish by 3 or probably 4. I'm probably gonna finish by 4, but I'm hoping to finish around 3 so I can go work out and do something else, maybe take a nap. But I'll let you guys know when you know that comes. So I almost forgot to give the update before I start reading again. So right now I'm in the part of the book where the 3 perspectives, the 3 people, are about to overlap. So they're all in the same city right now in Antium, and right now it's in a state of war. And so the Blood Strike is the one trying to man one of the walls and try to make sure, you know, try to protect it. And So the blood strike knows that the commandment's up to something and using this war to like accomplish her goals, and so she's trying to not only protect the walls of the city, but she's trying to figure out what the commandment is trying to get from creating this war. So she's busy doing that while Leia just found out who her mother is and has reached the city in order to stop the Nightbringer, and she has to do that by getting to the blood strike and taking away like a ring, which is what the Nightbringer is after. And then Elias he hasn't come yet, but he's about to come to the city because all the ghosts have escaped his forest that he protects, and that all the ghosts wait at to be sent to be able to cross over to the next world. But they were released, and so they all are, since they're ghosts, they're all kind of in sorrow and misery and in rage or guilt. They're all having these different emotions when they died. So they carry that and they flock to it. So they all went to Antium and they started possessing the people there and fighting amongst themselves. So we're at the catalyst of everything in this book, and I only need 90 more pages, so hopefully I can finish before 4 p.m. And right now it's 2:15, so I'm gonna start reading. And yeah, let's finish this book, and hopefully I can take a nap after, or if I have the strength, go work out, but hopefully I have time. I think I will have time, which is great. It only took half a day to read this book, so let's see if I can finish. So I finished, and it's 3:22. So I beat the time, and yeah. What can I say about the ending? There's obviously another book. This is like the fourth book I've read in the series, and there's another book, obviousBut I learned the Nightbringer's real name, his backstory. He ended up, doing what he wanted in the end. I don't want to give up too much just in case you want to read this book, but he ended up doing what he wanted. The Agars, whatever their names are, now I know who they are. Now I know where they got their powers, and I understand their backstory. And now the three main characters are all in a state of like a cliffhanger. Two of them are together and they have hope. They have hope, but they are also weakened, and they will have to go through a lot to become stronger. And then the third one has lost himself, and we will see if he finds a way out of that. And yeah, good book. Only took me, I don't know how long, I have to see. I started reading at like 7 a.m. I only took like 3 or 4 breaks. So yeah, took 7 hours. 7 hours with an hour break. So 6 hours maybe to finish a 498 page book. But I read like 80 pages an hour. I would have to do this like 4 times a week. Read a different book 4 times a week in order to get my goal of 100 books. But it's possible. And I might do this. I might do this at least once a week, but I'll just take a whole day to read a book. But yeah, so if I challenged myself to read this whole book in a day, and I think I blew it out the water. I thought I was gonna have to read till midnight today, but it only took me 6 hours. And yeah, it's possible if you guys want to do it. Finish a book in a day, and if you don't read, you just start reading, because reading is great for many things. Opening up your vocabulary, opening up your mind, helping you with become more creative, learning stories, learning how to tell stories, learning how to decipher stories. And yeah, I love books, and I think you should read more. And if you're not a big reader, just go to the library, get a free book, and start reading, you know? Let me know in the comments if any of you have a goal of reading X amount of books this year and where you're at. And if you didn't have a goal of reading any books, maybe try to read one this year. You know, it only takes a day to finish a book. You know, you don't have to read this big one. You could read small books, or you could use your audiobook. I, for one, think listening to books is kind of the same as reading. It still counts. I think you should read books because I just like reading. I like narrating in my head, and I see the stories played out in my head, and I can't do that when someone else is reading out loud. But if that's what works for you, if that's what works for you and allows you to be able to read books, then I say go for it. You know, don't be shamed about it. My boyfriend didn't think that him listening to audiobooks counted, but it counts. As long as you're learning, as long as your eyes are reading with the book, or it's getting in your head and you're seeing it and you're focused on the story and you're understanding it, then it counts as reading to me. Maybe I'll do some more of these videos before the end of the year, just to see where I'm at. But yeah, book number 18, I believe, is done. How many books are you going to challenge yourself to read before the year ends? I want to know.